Okay, it's about that time. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome, 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 Quantum Field. This is Mike Hernandez. My wife who should be popping up here any second. And my God, guys, I hope you guys are ready because today you've got a treat. Obviously, some of you already know Haiti, already know Izzy, and these guys have been in the industry for a while, right? I know Haiti, last time I remember, I want to say she's been in the industry for 15, 20 years, if I'm not mistaken. But I know she's been in it for a while. This couple is amazing. Today, you guys are going to be blessed by information, knowledge, and wisdom that they're going to pass on to everybody. Before we start, just some quick announcements, guys. We are getting really, really close to the This Is It convention, and it is packed. Guys, I tell people, you're going to have an excuse if you keep waiting around, right? If you're looking for an excuse that, hey, it was sold out, you're going to have one. And I tell people in life, we can either make excuses or we can make millions of dollars, but you can't make both, right? And the convention it's selling out. It's selling out for sure. And I'm sure some of you guys already know. Steve, Gina, Onyx Cole, they've extended the reduced price up until August 1st. So you have until August 1st to still get the discount. They're running a promotion, all right? And I know the dates are here. I was just looking at the dates, but we're gonna be touching up on that again in a minute. But make sure, guys, take advantage of the fact that the tickets are still on sale, and they're still doing the promotion where if you buy it, I think throughout the next week, you have an opportunity. They're gonna draw 5 more names, and whoever's names are drawn from the hat are basically going to get a free sleeve of X39. So basically, you're going to pay $150 for your ticket, and you're going to get $100 worth of product for free if your name is selected from the bag. So today, guys, listen, I'm going to come back towards the end when Haiti and Izzy are done here, 90-day run. So this is a convention, and guys, we're down to 6 weeks. Okay, we are down to 6 weeks, and guess who just popped up?
Hi everyone, how's everybody doing? We're blessed in this Saturday, amazing Saturday, and we're just so excited to see Izzy and Adi just teach you guys the tools and tricks and tips, which there is no tricks or secrets, but they're gonna be teaching you everything they're doing. And you're gonna have a blessing today. So
yeah, guys, listen. So like I said, we started a 90-day run to convention, and we're down to 6 weeks. We're already there, guys. Time flies, right? And if you waited and you still haven't purchased your ticket, that means if you buy it now, you only have 6 weeks versus people like us who signed up right away and been promoting, you know, for the full 3 months, 90 days. But guys, it's not too late. Get in it, get with it, and let's get your people there.
And when you buy your tickets, and you're the leader, then you can have the rest of the people that are on your team come. If you don't have your ticket, people on your team are not going to get their tickets.
That's right. So, that's it. So yeah, guys.
Come on, guys.
And listen, set your goals, guys. All right. I know that Heidi and I call her Heidi and Izzy are going to be talking about this, but I'm just going to touch up on it a little bit. Guys, as soon as you come in, set a goal. If you're not a goal a manager yet, reset a goal, guys. 30 days. If you set a 30, when you set a goal and you don't hit it, listen, it's okay. You just reset it. Yeah. We're used to doing it all the time. When we put the goal to hit senior presidential director, I thought for sure we were going to have to reset it because we were that far away, but I put it in my big whiteboard. I put it in the middle of the living room. We were walking by it every single day, 4 or 5 times a day. And I kept saying, man, we kind of stretched ourselves, you know, to set that goal so high. But guys, we did it. And we did it in about 2.5, 3 weeks, right?
Sooner than
what we anticipated. But if in my mind, I was ready. Hey, if we don't do it, we're going to put it again for another 30 days. Yeah. But hit it, you know, like if, you know, we just had to go. So 30-day goal, get to manager, guys. 60-day goal, get to director, which is basically help a manager left and help a manager right. That's personally sponsored by you. And then 90-day goal to senior director, guys. We want as many people as possible walking the stage and being recognized in convention as a senior director. Also, we're going to have an early training, which is only for senior directors and above. Guys, we want you there. Make sure that you're there with the leadership and that you get recognized on stage as a senior director and above, because guys, that's when your business is really unfolding. That means you didn't only just get 2 managers, but you helped those 2 managers get 2 managers of their own, get them to director, you went senior director, and you got 10,000 points in volume. So make it a goal again to get to senior director before the convention, even if you think you're not going to get it, guys. And again, the vision is 2020. Right? We put 40 something people in about 40 something days. And that's how we hit the level as fast as we hit it. So anybody can do it, guys. And I think about Steve and Gina Merritt. Look, this is a convention, right? You don't just want to come by yourself. You want to get as many people as possible. You got to think about this, right? I was talking to Steve yesterday. He said, Mike, think about this. All of us have an opportunity to sign up a couple like Steve and Gina Merritt, who signed up in LifeWave 1 month and maybe a week or 2 before the international convention took place in August, right? Steve and Gina Merritt brought over 300 and something people to the convention, and they didn't bring any more because they ran out of tickets. They would have had over 600 people, and they had just gotten in about 4 weeks prior to the convention. And my point is, any one of us can sponsor someone within the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, and they can come in just like Steve and Gina Merritt and bring an extra few hundred people to the convention.
We saw that happen in a prior business that we were involved with, Steve and Gina Merritt, when we would have conventions up to the last minute. People were encouraging their teams to come, and we would get people to come within a couple of days when the convention was going on. So it's never too late. Sometimes those are the best people. They're the busiest people, are the best people to get involved in this business, because those are the people that get things done. So those are the people that you want in this business running with you. And it's gonna be an amazing event. We know, because we know that many people are speaking. You're gonna get the tricks and trades of everybody that's being successful in this business, and you're not going to want to miss that. You're going to be breaking bread, like they say, with the people right there. We're going to be just seeing what works for us and what doesn't. We're going to be able to pick and choose how we want to develop our business. So you can't miss that.
You get a bunch of aha moments, guys.
Exactly. That's what
you're gonna pick. You're gonna pick some from Heidi. You're gonna pick some from Izzy. You're gonna pick up stuff from Honest. You're gonna pick up stuff from all people from all over the place who are having success. And I will tell you the last thing before we bring up Izzy and Heidi. Listen, guys. One thing that we learned, and we learned it the hard way, but once we got it, was everything that you need to focus on is getting people to these conventions. And it took us a while to get it, but once we got it. And it was about getting butts and seats. Right? And guys, once you get your team there, you come back and you're going to have to run after them, because they know what to do. They know how to do it. And they're going to come back motivated to do it. And all you got to do is just run after them rather than come and trying to drag and push and pull people. So get people there, guys. I'm telling you, that's the secret of the business. It really is that simple. So that being said, listen, I'm not going to wait anymore. If you have anybody else that you want to invite, make sure that they get on this training today. And like I said, this couple has been in this industry for a very, very long time. She knows how to build. Okay. When she got started, I was right there in the room with her. I was there in their first meeting, and this girl, I was like, who the heck? And she's just been climbing through. And guys, and trust me when I tell you, this is a senior presidential director in the making. Okay. They're just waiting for the points to catch up, but they know. And it's funny because in this business, all it takes is for you to have the know-how, and they know they have the know-how. So that's what you're going to pick up today. So without any further ado, Escape, please help me welcome Heidi and Izzy. Come on, baby.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for all those kind words, Mike and Sahi. And as you can see, there's no Izzy next to me. I'm not sure if you know, but we've just purchased a beautiful home in Tennessee. We've been in the process of moving, and today was our final day here in Florida. So that's why you see an empty room here. And Izzy is just loading trailers and doing what he's got to do to make the move happen. So again, you know, you all will get to see him at the This Is It convention, all fired up with people. But, you know, guys, as Micah said, he said, my name is Heidi, like the picture ID.
I always butcher.
That's okay. It's either Haiti or Heidi. So you can call me anything. So it's Heidi Moser. And as Mike mentioned, I have been in this industry, oh my goodness, for 3 decades. I mean, it's been, this year will be 36 years that I've been in network marketing, 36. And then my husband to be Israel, he's actually the newbie in the industry. So it's really funny, you know, to be now with a partner who just recently got introduced to network marketing. And it's awesome to see his growth and see what he's been going through. So, you know, today in training, there may be people that have industry experience, and there may be people that don't have any industry experience, right? Because for many years, sometimes people think of network marketing or multi-level marketing like a pyramid thing. Like, you know, people take advantage of other people when you're in network marketing, right? And so we know that that's not true. We know that this industry has created millions and millions of millionaires. This industry has brought millions and millions of housewives, well, not housewives, millions of executive women home to be able to raise their children, and millions of executive men who've been in a corporate world home to also be able to be part of raising your children. And so that's kind of what I want to talk to you all today about on this training call. And I'm honored and privileged that I was asked to speak on this training call, because there are such amazing leaders in this industry already that are part of LifeWave, obviously beginning with Onyx Cole and her persistency in staying after Gina and Steve, because as you see, Onyx Cole got started a long time ago, and Steve and Gina just got started in July, right? So she had been dripping and didn't stop, didn't wait for them. She knew that she had a diamond prepared to start LifeWave, but when they said no, they weren't ready to do the move, she kept going, and she proved, right, that you too can have an amazing business. And that, I think, the fact that Onyx continued and built a dynasty was what then made Steve and Gina say, wait a minute, things aren't going maybe right where I'm currently at. Let me talk to Onyx again, right? And so I thank God that that conversation happened again. Because that conversation happened again, I was blessed to be knocking on doors for my daughter's campaign. She was running for school board, and Gina and Steve live in their district, right? And so I was knocking on doors. I was exhausted. I was thirsty. I was hot. I was like, what the heck am I doing? Why am I here doing this? Because everybody during, campaigning, people, when they knock on the door, they look at you like you're a religious person knocking on doors, right? And so they're not very nice, but I can't say that about Gina. I mean, Gina opened the door of her beautiful home, and I swear it was like this ray of sunshine that was behind her, because she's got glass doors in the back, and then, that beautiful glass door in the front, and I literally saw a halo. I mean, that's my impression of Gina. And when she said, "Hi, darling, how can I help you?" I was like, oh my God, somebody nice, right? And so, guys, that's what I'm trying to say, is that the way that you're contacted, the way somebody shares with you, this is going to be your personal journey. This is going to be your personal route of how you're going to be introduced and how you're going to introduce others to this business. So do you think she woke up that morning, thinking that somebody was going to knock on her door and was going to say yes to LifeWave? I mean, I don't know, but she does pray a lot, and she has favor, and she asks God all the time, to bring the right people. And I ask God all the time to guide me as well. And during that month of July of last year, this year, the 21st will be my first year anniversary with Lifeway, right? So this month is my 1 year anniversary. And I was praying too, because I have been involved in the industry and I was part of a huge, company and a huge organization of loving people, but I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't satisfied. I knew that there was something better for me. And I think that's why God led me to knock on the door, right? And when Gina said, what she said, I totally was like open-minded. And she said, I'm having a big event tomorrow. Come take a look. You have nothing to lose. And I said, okay, no problem. I'll show up. Look, being in this industry this long, I know that when somebody says I'm having a big event at my home, it's not a party. A big event, right? That language is network marketing. I knew that we're going to show me something in network marketing, but that's okay. I went with the mindset that I was going to go prospect the people there for the company I was with, right? So I was going to go build my list of like-minded people. Well, that was funny on my end because that didn't happen. I sat at that meeting and there was like over 200 people at her first event. They had parking attendants to park people's cars, right? I mean, they had to go park at the church because there was nowhere to line up. And I'm going, I've never seen an event at home this large. Like, who are these people? Like, I didn't even Google them. I didn't even know who they were, right? And man, one testimony after another testimony after another testimony. And I said, oh Lord, my hairs were standing up. They're still standing up. They haven't gone down since I started a year ago. And I got up right away. I looked for Gina and I said, Gina, I said, how do I do this? And she's like, well, you're not even done with the presentation. I said, I don't need to. You don't even know about the company. I don't need to. You don't even know how much it costs to get started. I don't need to. I just want to be part of this. And so she goes, gets me an enrollment form. And I look at it. I go, diamond, the biggest package, circle, put my name, I said, put me in now. She goes, now the meeting's not even, put me in now. So she literally had to go into her home, go upstairs, enroll me. So I was enrolled before the meeting was even done, right? Non-beknownst to me that this was a binary. I didn't even know that. Right? And the next morning I wake up and I have all these people underneath me on one side. I'm like, what the heck? I don't know these people. What's up with that? So lesson here in training is that the minute you see this opportunity, whether you think you can build it big, whether you think you might build a method, whether you think you might share it, get started immediately. Immediately. Don't worry about the package. Of course, Diamond gives you the best value, but don't worry. Get started. Why? Because placement is the key. You want to be placed in your upline's business immediately, because as they build, people are going to be placed underneath you. As their upline builds, people are going to be placed underneath you. As their upline builds, people are going to be placed underneath you. So if you're taking notes, which I hope you are, right? You should be in a quiet place taking notes, even though they replay this, right? They record this. Understand, placement is important. And don't be afraid to ask someone, get started now, and let me explain to you why you want to get started now. So that's what I did, guys. I got started and I got started immediately. And guys, seeing the results in myself, the next day when I went to their house and they patched me, because I didn't even get patched the first night, I got patched the second day. And I got the results that I got when I asked Gina, am I supposed to feel this way? I feel like I've been plugged into an electrical outlet. Like I hadn't even had coffee. I hadn't had breakfast. It was early in the morning and I had this sense of clarity. And then immediately I said, oh my goodness, this is like, this is life altering. And then I left there. And the first person I thought of was a lady that I'd been taking to the chiropractor. And she had been depressed. She wasn't walking. She'd been using a wheelchair, an electric wheelchair and a walker back and forth. She was on all kinds of medications. She literally confessed to me that she was about to take her life. She hadn't eaten in 3 days. And I called her up and I told her, if you don't open the door, I'm going to knock the door down. And she opened the door. and I put a patch on her. And you all met her at the second meeting that they had at Steve and Gina's house, where she literally walked from her chair to the mic to give a testimony. So guys, from the moment I've been seeing testimonials, from the moment I've been seeing individuals get these phenomenal results with this product, there's no way that you could keep this a secret, guys. There's no way. If you're keeping it a secret, here's the thing. You don't understand what you have your hands on. So if you don't understand what you have your hands on, please contact the person that invited you to this event today. Contact the person that shared LifeWave with you. Contact the person above the people that shared it with you. Because sometimes people get started and they don't really know what they're doing. But there's always someone above them that does know what they're doing. And believe me, I've met most of the leaders that Gina and Steve Merritt have brought into this business, and I trust them immensely with anyone that I invite to a meeting, whether I'm at that event or not. Why? Because we're all a family. We're a team, and we want to see people win. So again, if you're taking notes and you in the business and you feel like you have no support, you feel that maybe the person that got you started doesn't really know what they're doing, ask for who got them started and ask for who they got started, right? That's called counseling. That's called getting direction from someone that has experience in the industry, and they can help you win. Look, guys, what I love about this business is that this is so different than the corporate world that it doesn't matter your education. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter who you know, right? That position in leadership can only be earned by the work that you do. Not because Mike said, okay, Heidi, I make you this position. No, the only way I can be this position is if I go and do the work, right? So literally people can pass people up. You can pass your upline up. You can build a bigger dynasty than them. And that's true free enterprise, right? So again, if you're taking notes, guys, here's what I highly recommend. You get started. Let's say today is day one. What are you supposed to do day one? One, identify what you're running for. What's my goal? What's my dream? What do I want? What do I want to achieve? What do I want to become, right? How many people do I want to help? How many families do we want to get free from a job just over broke, right? Because that's all it is. When you have a job, you may love your job, but at the end of the day, all you're doing is spinning wheels for a paycheck. All you're doing is spinning wheels for a corporation that may be there for you or may not. My father worked his butt off when he came back when he came from Cuba for a corporation, and literally one day he goes to work, there was chains right on their fence. He was 47 years old and they had filed bankruptcy and they didn't even share it with him. So his last 3 checks, no money, right? And at 47, my dad had to start all over again. Guys, I knew that. And that's why when I saw network marketing back in 1987 and I was a nurse and I thought nursing was going to be my beginning and my retirement, I said yes. I said, you know why? Because I know eventually I want to have children. Then I only had one. I want to have more children, and I don't want strangers raising my children. I want to raise my children. So how much money do I have to make? How much money do I have to make to replace my income and come home? So in LifeWave, what do you got to do? You got to decide, how much money do I need to make on a weekly basis to come home and be able to be a family where you can do what you want, when you want, with who you want. That's number one. Identifying who you want to become and identify how many people you want to help and identify and create the lifestyle that you want. For 36 years, I've had a lifestyle of doing what I want, when I want, with who I want, whenever I want. I don't have to check with anybody if I'm allowed to go on a trip. I don't have to check with anybody if I was allowed to stay home with my mom when she was ill and she was taking her last breath. I didn't have to check with anybody when my papi was, declining in health, and I was there with him till he took his last breath. Guys, those things are priceless, priceless. When you can replace time and freedom through a business model that can help you design the life that you want. So that's number one. Without a clear, identified dream or goal, all you're doing is spinning your wheels, and you may not get the results that you want. So do that first. Whatever you do today, please get a vision board started. Please identify that. That's got to be in stone, right? Now, number two, what do you got to do? You got to make a list. Have you ever heard about a list? You got to make a list, and you got to make a big list. And don't tell me, I don't know many people. I love it when people say, I don't know many people. And I say, can I have your phone? Unlock it, right? And they unlock it. And I go, let's see, we'll go straight to contacts. And we'll go to there. And it says, I have 7,993 names in my phone. 7,000. Some may be duplicate, right? Because every time you get a new phone, sometimes contacts. Do you think I called 7,993 people? Do you think you've called 1,000 of the people in your phone? Most likely not. But immediately we start thinking, how do I prospect a stranger? How do I talk to a stranger? Can you give me an idea on how to prospect people? And I say, yes, I'll give you that idea, but let's start with the people you know. Because the people you know, guess what? They know you. So they're a little bit more open to listen than a stranger maybe in the street. Who knows? I met a stranger and got started in Lifeway. But first, guys, start with the people that are on your phone. Then start with the people that are on social media. Guys, whether you know the 5,000 people that you have on social media or whether you don't, it doesn't matter, right? They still somehow became your friends. And so we can teach you little things to say to them to pique their interest so that they can contact you and you can share this business with them. And understand something. Most people you go to talk to, most people that are making a list, this is my experience that I see when I'm helping a new person. They always write on the list the people they think need Lifeway. The people that are really broke or really are down and out and really need to make extra money. And they totally forget about the business owners. They totally forget about the A players. They totally forget about the busy people. And you know what, Mike, I don't know if you agree or not, but most of the time, isn't the busy people the ones that see this the quickest? And the couch potatoes do what? Poo-poo it, right? They poo-poo it. So don't look for the couch potato. Look for the people that are business owners. Look for the people that are busy. Look for the people that have a big list and a big sphere of influence as well, because that's going to help you build your business and build it fast and effective. The more people that you talk to, the more confidence you'll begin to have. And then the no's don't matter. To me, no, N-O, one lightning bolt didn't strike and hit me, and somebody said no to me, right? To me, an N-no is like not always now, like it could be later, no big deal, right? Because a no now doesn't have to be a no tomorrow. Gina and Steve said no to Onyx, and 3 years later, they said yes, right? So don't get hung up on the no's. Remember, some will, some won't, so what, right? Somewhere, someone will. That's simple. That's simple, right? So don't get caught up with that. Then once you've made your list, once you have it all set out, get with the person that invited you guys. And at the beginning, schedule a private Zoom or a private home event like Gina and Steve did, so that the people that got you started, the experts, right, that helped get you started, can share the opportunity with the people that you know. Sometimes a prophet is not heard in their own land. They need to hear from someone else, right? Instead of you. I don't know if you notice, because sometimes when you get excited and you talk a little bit about everything, you kind of scare the people off. They're like, well, wait a minute, Mike was picking up garbage. What does he know about stem cells? You know what I mean? Like, So maybe the people that he talked to back then, obviously he was doing something else, but they were like, why do I want to get advice from somebody that goes dumpster diving? You know what I mean? But what did he do? He plugged people into what? A system. And we have a system. So I tell people, listen, when you make your list, we're going to teach you how to invite to two things. Either invite to a Zoom or invite to a live event. Can you do that? And ask questions for people. People are in a different level all the time. Some people aren't ready to run right away. Some people need to experience the product, right? Some people want to experience and share it right away. Some people want to give me 30 days. Let me see how it works for me, right? While keeping the blessings from someone who needs it now. You know what I mean? And so don't be afraid to say that. Don't be afraid to say to someone, look, guys, as you're starting this yourself, here's what I did. If I didn't think to share it with Lois that first day, maybe she wouldn't be here with me today, because she was so down and out and so depressed that if I waited 30 days, Lois might have not been here. But because I immediately went and shared it with her, she immediately got a product experience. Her children, 8 children she has, they called me right away wanting cases of this, because, oh my God, they had never seen their mother as happy and enthusiastic and getting results with anything. I mean, they had tried, you want to name every modality that you can think of to help their mother. They had tried it. They had spent thousands and thousands of dollars, and a little patch that she wore, within the first day, she got results when her son called and said, my mother is in the kitchen flipping pancakes. I said, what? I just put it on her this morning and she's already up flipping pancakes and wanting to eat, because remember, she hadn't eaten for 3 days. Those results, guys, you don't want to keep it to yourself. You want to share this patch with everybody and anybody that you know. Why? Why do we want to? Because we don't know where people are at. Everyone is in a different place in their life, health or finances, right? Or even mental, how much mental illness is happening right now, because people are so depressed and people are looking at the economy and they're looking around going, God, there's got to be a better way. What do people do at night when they get down on their hands and knees and pray? It doesn't matter who you're praying to. This isn't a religious conversation, but people ask something from someone to honor, right? And what do typically people want? Good health and money to be able to pay their bills. Can LifeWave give people good health and good income? So we got two of the major prayers going on every night from people. We have it available. And you want to keep that for a secret? You want to keep that till you get your product experience? What? No, you want to share this now, not later. That's why in the enrollment forms, right? We see the different packages. I poo-poo when somebody says, oh, I'll try it for 30 days. Let's do a bronze. I'm like, you're wasting $25. Why do you want to waste $24.95 when every other package after that, you don't have to pay for a kit? And a kit, who uses paper anymore? Everything is digital. And believe me, if I don't tell you why you shouldn't, 3 days from now, when you want to upgrade to silver or gold, now you're going, man, I had to pay for shipping again. I had to pay for taxes again. Well, yeah, I told you that, right? So I tell people, even if you can't afford to get a $300 packet or a $500 packet or $900, do you know 2 or 3 people that can, maybe you want to bless, that they can go ahead and give you 100, that one give you 100, and that one give you 100, and then, oh my God, there's a silver. And at least you get started without paying that additional $24.95. To me, that's a waste of time. So 1, your dream. 2, right, your list. Analyze the people on the list. 3, learn how to invite. So the person that invited you is going to share a simple script on how to invite people to a Zoom or to a live meeting. That's simple. And then let the professional, right, the Mike and Sahi, the Steve and Gina, the Onyx, the leaders in the business Share the presentation with your guest. How simple is that? So I tell people, you invite, I explain, they decide. That's it. You invite, I explain, they decide. But when does LifeWave become your business? When you got hired at the job that you're at or the career that you have, was it your efforts that the company is paying you your salary? Or is it the effort of the person that trained you for the job? I'd say that you're getting paid at your job or you're getting paid at your career. Why? Because you studied, because you learned, and because you learn how to effectively do your job. So why is LifeWave any different? LifeWave shouldn't be any different. This is your business. You have to become a professional at your business, right? Why? Because if you want to make the big money, I mean, when I hear these guys saying they're making 25,000 a week, 30,000 a week, 40,000 a week, do you think that they're making that kind of money because someone still is showing the plan for them? I don't think that. I think they know how to show the plan, right? Because the more plans you show, the more exposures you do, right? The quicker you build your business. So Onyx Cold created an amazing website that has step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. So if you yourself have not been on the build331.com website, then this is still not your business. You're just kind of playing with it to see, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Let me see, right? And then you're constantly calling your upline. Can you talk to this person? Can you talk to that person? Can you show the plan? Guess what? When leaders get started and they start building fast, if you don't start building fast alongside them, it's going to be hard for you to get them on the phone. And then don't get disappointed when you can't get them on the phone because you're doing the onesie thing, right? They want to have a massive event at your home from people that you invite to your home. They want to do a massive event on Zoom for people that you know that you invited. And then all you're going to do is edify the pants out of them. Oh my God, I am working with this couple, Mike and Sahi, Steve and Gina Merritt. They're just tearing it up. They're helping hundreds of thousands of people get free. They're going to be at my house at 7 o'clock on Friday night to share with you how you can learn how to activate your own stem cells naturally. Do you want to be decrepit or do you want to be vibrant again? Vibrant, okay, can I put you down for coming? And if anyone says, oh, is that one of those things? You can say, oh, what thing? You can say, hey, do you have anyone that's making over $1 million a year helping you learn how to make $1 million? And if they say, well, no. Okay, well, then you need to be on my Zoom at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. Or you need to be at my house on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock because you need to meet Mike and Sahi because these guys are blowing it up. They're debt free. They have the lifestyle that I want. So guess what? You should come and meet them because, hey, maybe they could change your life too. And guys, the more calls you make, the more invitations you do, the more people you get on a Zoom, the more people you get to your home, the quicker the business will grow. Don't feel like you have to do it all. Understand you have people that want to partner with you because in this industry, if we don't help you win, we can't win, right? That's what's totally different, right? Than when you get a job, right? And your boss tells you what to do, whether you like to do it or not. Right? And then get like a little measly paycheck and then start your day all over again, get into traffic. When can I go to lunch? Eat my little lunch. When can I go home? Oh God, I can't, guys, I've been free for 36 years. I can't even imagine that life, especially if you're in Florida. Have you ever been on rush hour traffic? I don't want to go nowhere in rush hour traffic. I'm excited because I'm moving to Tennessee and there's only 8,000 people in my little town I'm moving, but they're all going to be in LifeWave. Oh my God, I've been talking to so many people there and they're so fired up and excited. But anyway, let me get back on track. So how do you want to build fast and furious? Is you want to expose this to everybody and anybody that you know, and you want to use your upline to help in the beginning. But please learn to download the presentation. It's on build331.com and study it. Make build331.com your college, your university. Like if you invested $100,000 to become a nurse, right? Or whatever, an engineer, right? People pay a lot of money to go to school and then come out of school and then don't even have the money to pay off their freaking student loans, right? So think of, you just spent $100,000 on a business, not $299, $499, $999, $15. You spent $1,000 in a business. And what do I have to do to maintain my doors open, right? And recover that $100,000 that I just spent. How are you going to do that? You're going to go and educate yourself on build331.com. And you're going to take step 1 and you're going to take notes. And you're going to watch the videos, and you're going to go to step 2 and you're going to take notes, and you're going to watch the video, and you're going to go to step 3 and you're going to educate yourself how to do a presentation. Now, some people say, but I am deathly ill. I get deathly ill when I talk to people. I think Sahi was somebody that didn't like to talk to people. Now we can't get her to be quiet. Now she's like, she takes over the events. She's like, what I'm, with her Latina, Did that, you think that was like that when they first got in this industry? She was probably a little mouse behind Mike. No, tú habla, no, you talk. I don't want to talk, no, I'm afraid, right? But what did she do? She did the uncomfortable to now feel the comfort and know that she now can affect so many people's lives. She doesn't have to wait for somebody to be her voice. She found her own voice, and you want to find your own voice. Right? So your dream, your list, learn how to contact and invite, fill up your Zooms or your house event with the leader that's helping you get started. Why? Because you want to hit manager ASAP, and we'll talk about that a little later when the screen comes up. But manager is 2 silvers or above on the right, 2 silvers or above on the left. You want to do, guys, I think I did that in my first 2 or 3 days. Like it's no big deal, oh, I guess they're going to put it up there. You can literally do this right away. 2 silvers on the right or above, 2 silvers or above on the left, and you're a manager. You want to do this right away. Why do you want to do this right away? Because this is like the stepping stone to everything else that you have to do to reach senior presidential director. Right? This here, right, is the structure. Once you have the structure, you duplicate that structure over and over again, then to go director, right? So the next screen, right, of director shows you what? Helping those 2 managers go manager, find a manager, right? And then they go, and then you're a director. And then what are you going to do? You're going to help those directors, right? And yourself to go senior director, right? Now understand something. Because the most important position is manager and you're just getting started, don't get hung up on the details. I was ignorance on fire when I first started in this industry. I only focused on my dream, my making a list, my contacting and inviting, and allowing my upline, right? My upline executive present. Because then what happens? The people come in. When you start getting too detailed and so what is it again that I have to do to go director? What is it again that I have to do to go senior director? How's the comp plan work again? While you're making those thoughts, Mike and Sahi were doing their dream list, their list, contacting, inviting, and sharing the product with people, right? And so they were going through the numbers. They weren't hung up in the details. So don't get hung up in the details. right? So it's important. Now we got the structure. Now that you have the structure of manager, all you want to do is become a manager machine. You want to get good in helping people go manager, right? And so how do you do that? You want to make sure that you have 20 to the left and 20 to the right. That's what Steve and Gina has always told me. They're like, it doesn't matter that you have a one side that's growing to, I mean, one of my legs, that leg that I jumped in on top of when I first met, I think now when I look at it, it's got over $2 million in volume. Over $2 million in volume down one fluffy leg. Okay. And I did not put so many fluffy people on that side. Those were people that they put in. But one thing Steve said is always support it though. Never ever just build one leg. Always support your two legs, because at the end of the day, you can't go manager if you don't have 2 and 2, right? And you can't really go director if you don't break managers left and right. Yes, afterwards, to go senior director, it could be down one leg. Yes, all the other positions are volume based. But guys, if you put 20 right, 20 left, now you have stability. Now you have a business that's locked in, that whether you do the job, the work itself or not, there's people that are running with or without you. Okay. And then the long-term goal should be 100 right, 100 left. Why stop there? Right? Because at the end of the day, guys, we're getting paid regardless. Every single person we put in the business, we're getting paid left or right. And then the binary income, that's going to come when the volume comes, right? So how cool every Tuesday when I get a text message saying, you've been paid, blah, blah, blah. Man, I'm in the process of moving, packing, sweating my derriere off. Like I didn't even wash my hair today. Like I got, that spray, ladies, that you put on there to get the grease out of your hair. Because if you really saw what I look like from my waist down, you'd be going, man, if she can do it, I can do it, right? I mean, I'm stinky. Thank God I'm not at a live, event, because Izzy and I have been nonstop working. Like if you saw him now, he's like dripping wet, right? Loading stuff. But that's what freedom of residual income can get you. That's what we're all working towards. We're working towards a lifestyle that we don't have to depend on others to help ourselves and help our family. Guys, I have 3 children biological, 1 foster, and out of all them, I got 13 grandchildren. Okay. How do you think my Christmases are? I love it when people say, oh, well, at Christmas time, it's really not about the gifts. So, we have this little basket that we put people's names in it, and then you get to choose their name, and then everybody has, a name, and they can give a little. Give me a break. You do that little basket with those little papers because you ain't got money to buy gifts for everybody in your family. Okay. And it doesn't mean that I have to buy a gift for everybody in my family. But what if I want to rent a $10,000 cabin, square foot cabin up in the hills in the mountains, and have all my children come spend Christmas with me? And we go out and we chop down Christmas trees. And we go out and we find things that we can make little ornaments to put on the Christmas tree. And we sit behind a fire and we can roast marshmallows and we can create memories with our children, right? And with our grandchildren. Isn't that what life is all about? Oh, there's my baby.
He's pressing the baby. Love you, Lifeway family.
You can come say hi so they can see your sweaty little face.
Love you guys.
And so understand that network marketing and Lifeway is there to help you design the life that no one has to bother you and tell you how to live it. You can go live it the way you want to live it. So if for just a short period of time, you got to do things that are a little uncomfortable, right? Who cares? Because when you learn to do something uncomfortable, right? Like Sahi did, if I got her on the mic now, and I said to her now, based on the fear you had years ago, right? And now fast forward to the life you've designed today, was it worth it? And guess what they would say? Heck yeah, it was worth it, right? So do something that gives you a little fear in the beginning, which is okay, because then people know that you're not plastic, that you're not a little robot, that you truly, have a heart and you truly want to share something good with someone, and know that you don't have to have all the answers, right? Onyx co-created startx39.com. StartX39.com says everything you need to know about the product. So what are people mostly in fear of when they contact or prospect people? Questions, right? Oh my God, but what if they ask me a question and I don't know how to answer it? I hear that all the time. No problem. Can you learn these simple words? That's a great question. Hold on a second. I may have something for you that can answer that question. And you give them startx39.com. And you say, go on there. Everything you need to know about the product is there. Everything you need to know about the science is there. Everything you need to know about David Schmidt is there. Everything you need to know about what the ingredients of this is there. And then once you review that, I'll get back with you and then answer any questions you may have after you've done your own research. What if they say then to me, but don't you have somebody I could talk to? Somebody that has the answer? If again, they're quality people, not if they're these couch potato poopy people, they just want to bug you and ask you a million things and then they don't do anything anyway. If it is a quality person, then I'll say to them, you know what? Yes, I do. Hold on a minute. Let me get Steve Merritt on the line. Hold on a minute. Let me get Gina on the line. Hold on. Let me get one of my leaders on the line and do a three-way call. Guys, a three-way call is super effective because again, a prophet's not heard in their own land. You could say the same thing to that person and they're not hearing it. It goes in through here, out to there. But the minute I get Mike on the phone and Mike says the same thing I just told them, they'll be, really, Mike? You're kidding me. That's how powerful it is. And you're sitting there on the other line going, like, what am I? Chop suey? But it's because they heard it from someone else. So get proficient in your dream, your list, contacting and inviting, showing the plan, following up. What's the point in giving people patches? What's the point in sharing X39 with people, right? And then leaving them hanging. Not everybody's going to pick up the phone and call you back, guys. That's a big lesson, right? Having business cards, getting professional and handing out business cards and expecting your phone to ring doesn't happen. Putting magnets on your car with a big thing, it's a good idea. Sometimes people do look at, a phone number, but that's not as effective as actually being interactive with your list. Being interactive with the follow-up, the follow-through, right? So don't be afraid to follow up with people after you share the 3 patches with them, because you want to have a conversation with you because you want to know how you can help enroll them and get them moving their business forward. A lot of times, let me tell you something. If I'm ready to share my little pack, right, my little cards, if I'm ready to share that with somebody, with the 3 patches that cost me money, right? It's my inventory. And I go to share it with someone and they're not willing to give me their phone number. They're not willing to set up a follow-up time with me. And they're not willing to at least listen to a Zoom. I'm not giving it. I'm sorry. Because that means what? How can I follow up with them? And then you have people in your team going, but I handed out all my patches and nobody called me back. Well, who'd you hand out these patches to, right? So you got to be professional in knowing that you have to keep track, get a calendar. Heck, when I first started in this industry, it was the Franklin Planner. I'm not saying to go to that degree, right? But there are calendars that, I met Mike on Monday. I gave Mike 3 patches. That was Monday. Let me go to Wednesday. to follow up with them and let me text them on Tuesday and remind them, hey, did you take your patch off tonight? Hey, did you put a new one tomorrow? That's just simple little ways to keep connected with the people that you share this with. So again, your dream, your list, contacting me, inviting, showing the plan, following up, right? Very important. And what's as important to following up, what's the next step I always say to people is examine your results with your upline leader. Your upline leader wants to make sure that you're getting the results that you're looking for in prospecting and putting in people in the business. They're kind of like your coach, right? Your mentor. They're going to guide you through the results and the journey of your business, right? That's super important. And then the last and not least of all of them is get to a training event, a huge live training event. Again, to become a nurse, to become a doctor, to become an engineer, we spent thousands of dollars listening to boring conferences and boring teachers telling us how to become that person, but then they go outside and they drive off in their Yugo. That's not who I want to get financial advice from. I want somebody that I go outside and they drive off in a beautiful Mercedes, right? Or they have a motor coach, or they have the building or the home that I want to live in, right? And where are you going to find those people? At This Is It convention. You're going to find the people that have the heart, they have the desire, and they have the love, okay? Love is the most important of everything. To want to help you get to where you want to be. Not where they want to be, because they already know how to get to where they want to be. They want to help you get to where you want to be. And guys, I don't know about you, but to me, the magic is in the gathering. Yeah, Zooms are important and it's cool to, we have almost 500 people here and then who knows what's on YouTube or whatever. That's cool, but you can't really feel the goosebumps. You know what I mean? You can't really give a virtual hug that means anything, right? But at a large event, live event, the magic that you feel, the euphoria that you feel, the excitement that you feel, right? Looking into people's eyes and going, oh my God, they really care. They want this for me. They want to help 100 people become millionaires. They truly want to help people. Where are you going to feel that? Where are you going to learn that? And where is your team going to learn that? Because one thing I know, building for 36 years, not everyone likes me, and that's okay. Because somebody may have a different personality than me. But see, in a system, build331.com, you can add your own personality. At a convention, right, you're going to have different personalities. You may have a G now, 24/7, but then you may have somebody that's more subdued, but still has the same results. So you may relate to the subdued person, not relate to the fired up person. But where are you going to find those people? You're going to find those people at This Is It convention in Tampa. You're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself if you think you're going to be a senior presidential director without showing the plan. You're fooling yourself if you think you're going to become a senior presidential director without getting to thisisitconvention.com. You're fooling yourself. And I have to say it like I see it, or I have to say it like I see it. Yeah, right? Because I have never, ever, ever been involved in anything that I didn't get proficient and trained to do it. Can you imagine when I had to go give somebody an injection or draw their blood and say, they taught that at school, and then they had, little dummies that were there to practice on, and I didn't. I'm just going to practice on you. Give me your arm. Let me see. Can I find your vein? Would you have want a nurse that had no training give you an injection or draw your blood or put an IV in? Oh, well, guess what? in order to be proficient in this industry, you got to get trained. And the people that are there at This Is It convention, the difference between those type of trainings, is I'm sure some people have gone to Tony Robbins or John Maxwell or all these other beautiful events. They're beautiful, right? They fire you up. They teach you how to vision it, but have they done what you need to do to get to where you want to be? The only way you can get to senior presidential director is learning it from the people that have done what you're doing, that are going to teach you what they did to get the results that they have, so that you can have the same results or even greater or bigger. But where are you going to find that? You're only going to find that at This Is It convention. You're not going to find that anywhere else. Yes, you can watch a million replays that, praise God, Onyx Cole has on YouTube of all the Wednesdays, all the Mondays, all the Fridays, all the Saturdays, all the replays you want. But the magic of that gathering through a phone is not the same. It's not the same. So what do I recommend? I noticed that there's packets of 10 that you can buy. If you're truly serious about bringing an army to This Is It convention, don't let it get sold out. The best people that grow the fastest are the people that got invited to a convention and a day before were invited and went and blew it out of the water. I went to the This Is It. I went to the LifeWave convention last year with Steve and Gina. And I was only in the business a few weeks. And I went and I took 4 or 5 people with me, right? Why? Because I know the importance of a major event. So don't just think about yourself, about you coming. How many people are you bringing? Call around and see what it is to charter a bus, what it is to charter a van, what it is to charter a plane. I remember in my first company, we used to charter planes because I lived in Guam and my events were in the United States. So I had to charter a plane to make sure I got people on the plane, right? With a decent airfare so they can come to an event in the United States. And that's how I went diamond in my first company. Wow. Because I always brought people. And when you charter planes, guess what? Your airfare is free because you're filling up a plane with people, right? So again, if you truly want a big business, as they say, butts in the seats. I just learned that in 36 years. That's the first time I've ever heard that, butts in the seats, right? We used to say occupy a row. How many rows do you want to occupy, right? So how many real estate do you want? Your seats are your real estate, right? But I'm gonna give them credit for now, but then butts in the seats will become my own, right? How many butts in the seats do you want to have? And so if they're allowing you to buy a packet of 10 tickets and you're confident that you're going to bring 10 people with you, then put your money where your mouth is, right? And do it. Why? Because you know you got to replace the money you spent. So you're going to promote it like crazy. So the more people you bring, the more butts in the seats. The minute the event is over, the explosion in your business begins. Because now it's not what you know, what you can train. It's 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, 100 people repeating what you heard. That's impossible for you to repeat it after it's done. But everyone saying the same thing, recommending the same processes, right? Understanding the 331 system, understanding the startx39.com website. Now is when you can say, I have a LifeWave business that is truly my business, and it's exploding and it's touching thousands and thousands of people's lives. And then you can do what I'm just doing now, leaving 2 condos in Florida, purchase a beautiful home on almost an acre where I can house my 94-year-old aunt, my 91-year-old aunt, my 66-year-old sister, my honey and I, and my little doggy, right? Where we now can have a lifestyle of whatever I want to do, when I want to do it, and be away from these communistic HOA plans that I've been on for 8 years, that I want to just kill somebody. No, I didn't say that. Forget that. That drives me crazy to be able to have the freedom. But here's the cool thing. We're doing it whatever time we want to get out. We're not rushed. I rented a motorhome to bring all my elderlies in the motorhome with us, and we're going to take our time driving from Florida to Tennessee, stopping around lakes, stopping around things that maybe is the last time my aunt that's 94 and my aunt that's 91 might be able to experience, because who knows how much life, God will give them, right? But if I could just give them a little piece of heaven, of getting them out of 4 walls and putting them in a motorhome and having them go and see things from here to Tennessee, and then being able to give them a beautiful porch, a beautiful pool, a beautiful sight of little deers coming and feeding in the morning, and they can sit out there drinking their cafecito, and they can see things that for 20 years they've been in between 4 walls in a condo, I'm just so blessed and fired up that I have the residual income to be able to give them that lifestyle. So guys, I think I have shared the best I can from my heart, giving you some nuggets of years of experience in this industry. I love you dearly. Please come up to me at This Is It convention and say hello. Understand, we're all real people. We're all real people. Your leaders are all real people. Your leaders want to love on you. They want to help you. They want to see your dreams come true. They truly do. So again, thank you so much for allowing me to speak with you from the heart today, share with you my excitement. And it's, again, a privilege and an honor that Onyx and Gina and Steve and all the leaders entrusted me to speak to their organization. So thank you again. I love you bunches.
Wow. This is amazing. I got to tell you something. I have a book full of notes over here. You are amazing. Again, guys, 30 years in the industry, and I'm going to tell you something. That's why I say that this business is built from here to here. It's all about mindset. And you only learn to develop that mindset when you are around the people that have developed it. And that's why they are where they are. I always say that, God forbid you get the organization that you have before you have the leadership to lead it. Guys, it'll crumble faster than you get it. But listen, you hit so many things, and I know we're down to the last. We're actually over. But just to touch up on a few things that you did say. You talk about job, right, guys? So many people are just stuck in that lifestyle and never get out of that system, right? JOB, you said just over broke, and I tell people, does your bank account reflect the years that you've been working? Guys, I don't know too many people that do. I know people have been working for 40, 50 years, and the bank account does not reflect all those years. Guys, don't get caught up in that system. Your job is great to just keep you above water, right? But you need to do something different. That's why I love network marketing. When you buy someone's opinion, you buy their lifestyle. I heard that someone mentioned that here a few weeks ago, and that never left my mind, right? Because again, and listen, you got to be intentional on social media, right? I say I looked up this research recently where most people spend 54 hours a week between television and social media. Yep. That's more than a full-time job. Guys, you need to be intentional when you're on social media. I get on social media, but I don't get on social media just to, I don't like social media, but I get on it to work, to meet new people, to make new contacts, to make new friends, catch up on folks. I'm doing it intentional to see where that can lead me in my business, right? Don't just go there and waste time, especially with television. I hate TV. Sai will tell you, I don't watch TV. I don't watch news. TV is a time villain. Yep. Guys, life's too short to be spending, 50 something hours a week, blowing it, another full-time job, just doing nothing. No, heck no. But a no now, you said no now doesn't mean no never. Listen, I have here on this call today, my uncle, he's still on. I just looked him up. My uncle Frank. I called this guy a year ago. He was like, oh, what? He said that left leg and that right leg thing that you do? I was like, yes, never mind. He said, oh, no, never mind. Listen, he saw me in my new car He saw a video that I posted. He got fired up and he called me. He just signed up 3-4 days ago. He just signed up his first person yesterday or the day before, and he's fired up. He called me yesterday. Hey, I'm in front of my computer. Where's the meeting? I was like, no, we had the meeting at 12 o'clock when you joined. There's no meeting tonight. He's like, oh, are you kidding me? I thought there was a meeting tonight. And he's on it today. So he told me no a year ago. When they watch you do it, they come around. Not only did that, but I had people that told me yes and did nothing. And they're coming around now. Heart from Canada. She's now engaged and she's fired up. She signed up a year ago, did nothing for a year. Yvette Veloso, someone who was in my business before, she was big, did nothing for a year. She's fired up now. And Jeff from Ohio. So guys, my point is you keep going. You don't wait around. You don't know who's going to run now, but you're ready now. You run. Home meetings. Listen, 3 meetings at one place.
So important.
So if I'm inviting people, right? And Heidi is one of the people that I invited, and Pat's one of the people, and Sylvia and Beth and Tim and Theo and Maggie, right? If there's some of the people that I invited my first meeting, oh yeah, Mike, I'll come. Great. I got all these confirmations. Not all of them come. Meeting number 2. We're going to run with who comes. So we do the presentation, whatever. Meeting number 2, I contact the people who didn't come, and the people that did come to invite some new people. By meeting number 3, Heidi is not coming. Pat is not coming. Maggie's not coming. Listen, they're avoiding me. By that time, listen, it's obvious that they're not going to come. But the ones who did come, I'm going to go do 3 meetings at their place. By the time the 3rd meeting, listen, Gregory said he was going to be there 3 meetings later. He's not going to be there. We're going to move on with the ones that did come and the ones that did sign up and do 3 meetings at their place and go on and go from one home to the other.
Yeah, we will never leave a meeting without booking another meeting in somebody else's house, though.
Guys, auto ship. Get serious about auto ship. If you're not on auto ship, you're not in business. If you're not signing up people on auto ship, your business is not, you're not duplicating the right way. Get people in auto ship and let them click off later. No, they can click on later. They can click on later. No, they can click off later. I'm signing you up and setting you up to win. And the best thing to do as soon as they sign up is put them on a maintenance pack. Get them on a maintenance pack right away, guys, and get yourself on a maintenance pack so that,
And I always say, and it might sound like just a little thing, and sometimes it might go over your head, but this is a numbers game, guys. If you patch enough people, if you stay consistent doing the activities that this business requires, you're gonna make it. I don't know what time you're gonna make it, but you're gonna be successful. You just cannot give up.
It's a numbers game.
Doing the activities and you will be successful at some point.
Yeah. And I love what she says. Don't compare yourself to anybody because, we all have different skills, different levels, different relationships. But if you keep at it, it's impossible for you not to come across the right people at some point.
And don't be scared. Don't be fearful because like Adi was saying, I still am sweating. I'm still fearful to be in front of you guys. But you know what? That fear is not going to overcome my desire for just keep on changing lives and for success. So you got to just get over it.
Hey guys, really, really quick. This is so crucial what I'm going to tell you right now. And a lot of us, we're overlooking it. We're putting these books of the month for a reason. How big am I about my audios? I drive Saeed nuts.
Yeah, sometimes he drives me a little crazy.
Because I'm too much with them.
But I know that it's where, then I get back into my, I'm like, this is.
She's like, babe, you want to put a little music? I'm like, no, not really. Why? Do you want music? I'll put music for you, but I want to listen to what I'm listening to. Guys, I am obsessed with development, self-development. I am obsessed. And now the book of this month is The Business of the 21st Century. I already started listening. I've read that book multiple times. Guys, I'm going to tell you why these books are so important. Because we as human beings, and we're living in the environment that we live in, guys, we get affected by negativity by mistake. All right. Just being around people, listening to television, news, going to work and being around people who hate what they do. Right. And they're frustrated. They're depressed. So it's so important, guys. And the only way I stay fired up is by constantly feeding all this self-development books to myself, because if not, that little voice inside is the one who's going to hurt you, bringing up the doubt and the fear and the skepticism. And guys, I kill that voice by constantly feeding it with some positive and self-development books that I listen to every day.
And something that'll keep you motivated too is when you're patching enough people and you get these testimonies
Boom, boom.
They just keep us fired up. The conviction every day just levels up. It just goes up the
with the
roof. Because
testimonies.
how could you not be? These testimonies are real people that are calling us to tell us how amazing they're feeling and how much this is doing. And you know what? One thing that I want to remind people there that are also giving their testimonies, not to give out, to not make any claims. We
Right.
always have to
And give you disclosure,
give your disclosure,
right?
yes.
Disclaimer, meaning we always, regardless of where we are, we always have to say before and after, especially when you're doing Zooms, when you're
Yes.
doing Facebook, say, hey, this patch doesn't cure, it doesn't heal, doesn't mitigate. All it does is reactivate our own body stem cells, and our own body stem cells are helping us with symptoms of this, symptoms of that. It's not the patch, it's our own stem cells. It's the power of stem cells. You need to say it multiple times, guys, because listen, this company is growing fast, and
Yes.
there's other companies now, and there's regulators out there, and we need to protect our company. This is a God gift to us networkers. We need to protect our baby, guys. Another thing is the income disclosures,
Disclosure,
right?
yes.
Even myself, I'm always saying, hey, I right now we're making over 6 figures, but guess what? There's nothing guaranteed, because you know why? Because if you don't get off your butt, you're not going to make any money. And that's just, so we always have to put out there, there's nothing guaranteed for anybody, because there's no guarantee that you're going to get up and do what we did, right?
And this is network marketing,
Work,
You
right? We
gotta
got to
work
put the
for it.
work. Even people don't just make money here, but yeah, we've been blessed now where, I can say we're making over 6 figures, guys. But did I expect that? No. Do I expect everyone to do that? No. But can anybody do it? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's doable. If we did it, anybody can do it, right? So that's very important. And the last but not least, oh my God, drum roll, please. Guys, oh my goodness. So, hey, for those of you who stuck around, you're going to be very excited. So one of the great things about us being a senior presidential director is that we get emails and we get conferences with
Certain information.
David Schmidt, and we're just in the new loop. We're in the know, right? Guys, we just got the most amazing email yesterday.
Yes.
And if you're not a senior director, you don't know what I'm talking about, but you're about to be blessed by this senior director right here, right? So August 7th. Canadians, we're going August 7th, guys. X39, we're going to Canada, guys. So they've got some other ones, but you guys know we only work with the X39, but you're gonna get your 49 there as well, because I think that's a good combination
yes.
to have on your auto ship, right? But X39, we're here, we're ready. We got 4 more weeks, guys. Now is the time. This is it, baby.
Yes.
Canada, here we go. And in addition to that, there's gonna be a corporate tour out there, September 9th, September 12th, September 14th, and 16th. Corporate is going to be having some events. Vancouver on the 9th, Edmonton on the 12th, Calgary on the 14th,
And
Toronto on the 16th. That's corporate, but you know what? We're going to go out there. We're going to bring the heat. We're going to bring the This Is It convention and style to Canada. So guys, we are so fired up.
Yes.
Just get ready, guys. And listen, again, this is going to happen with or without you guys. If you have not bought your ticket for This Is It, I hate to say this, guys, but you shouldn't even be on this call, because you're selling yourself short. And I tell people who take shortcuts in this industry, their cut is short. When you take shortcuts, your cut will be short. You're not going to be, leveling up like all of these people. Look at Heidi. She said she hasn't worked in forever. Saeed, the last time we were talking about this before, the last time Saeed had a job, she was 19 years old. I haven't worked in over 20, almost 25 years, guys. Thank you, God. Thank you to this industry, guys. And you can do it too, guys. Just get serious. Do what it takes, guys. Because there's certain things, it's not whatever it takes. No, it's you need to do what it takes. It's not just whatever it takes. It's what it takes. And what it takes is for you to buy your ticket right away to This Is a Convention. Get serious, lock it down, get it out the way.
Prioritize.
Right, prioritize it.
Yeah, we sold stuff when we didn't have money to go to conventions and go to meetings and invest in ourselves. We used to, that's why I didn't have jewelry for a long time, or anything that you have in your house that is material. You sell it. You invest in yourself.
I'm like double dutch. I'm trying to get in here. And guys, we celebrate all of our anniversaries, my birthdays, her birthdays, my son's. We're at conventions most of the times for all those years. But you know what? Every day's our birthday, right? Every day's an anniversary. Every day's Christmas, guys. When you prioritize this will, you will do whatever you want. So anyway, listen, we went way, way beyond what we were supposed to, but Heidi, you did an amazing job. Kudos to you. And guys, I love being able to listen. I'm here taking notes from her. It's not where we are in the business. It's where we are in our minds in the industry. 30 years. I have so much I can learn from her, and I hope you did too. So guys, God bless you.
Congratulations, many blessings on your move, and I hope that God is with you and that this is a new start, an amazing new start. And
Tennessee's not ready for this wildcat that's going out there. God bless you guys.
You guys will have to put February 25th on the calendar because we're getting married in Tennessee.
Come on, baby. Hey, God bless you guys. You guys have an amazing weekend. Sign up to This Is It convention right now, because let me tell you, the event is not only getting packed, but it's getting better and better. New speakers. There's a whole bunch of new stuff that's going to be, brought out there that if you're not there, you're going to miss out. So God bless you guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.